Okay, that's it. I can't take it anymore. I'm going crazy. America, let me tell you something. I invested in you, Bandai Namco. I bought Arc Systems, Dragon Ball FighterZ. I've been buying all these. No, I'm not going to pay for the Fighter's Pass in advance. You know why? Because if you're putting a character in the game that I don't want, I'm not buying it. So far, I have not had that problem. I have bought every single character that's in the game. Why are you taking so long to let us know who else is in Fighter Pass 3? I need to know if I'm going to get to play as Master Roshi. If I'm not, I'm probably not going to buy the rest of the characters. He's the only character from Universe 7 that has not been given representation in the game. And before y'all start carrying on with all that, oh, but he doesn't fly like the rest of the other characters. So what? Who needs Roshi to fly in that game? Because if you think about it, he does have extremely high jumps, as he has demonstrated multiple times in the original Dragon Ball series. And he can fire plenty of different ki blasts. He was the creator of the Kamehameha. And out of all the characters in this series that have representation in this game, he is the number one character that has a wide variety of original techniques and abilities that could make his playstyle very unique. He's got the Mafuba. He's got the thing with the lightning in his hands that hurts you the more you resist and paralyzes you in midair. That move is pretty good. It could be kind of like a freeze effect, like Sub-Zero's ice, where like he just goes catches you in the air and then you're stuck there for like a combo or something. There's so many things that they could do with Roshi. And that brings to mind another thing. Why do we need so many different versions of Goku? I'm tired of it. I don't want to see any more Goku fusions, Goku, little Goku, big Goku, old Goku, furry Goku, Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Super Saiyan to the third power Goku. I don't want to see no more Goku. I get it. It's Dragon Ball. It's Goku's story. But you know what? I don't care. I'm tired of Goku. If they were going to make a game with the all Gokus, they should have just called it Dragon Ball FighterZ Goku Edition. If anything, to balance it out, we need one more Vegeta. Which one? We need either Majin Vegeta or we need evolved Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. Because neither of the Vegetas that are in the game thus far has a level 3 super where he does the self-detonation thing, the suicide bomb that he used on Majin Buu and then in the Tournament of Power in his evolved state. And that would be, I could picture that being a devastating looking destructive finish, and it would be really good for a final super. So either one of those Vegetas would be more suitable. At least they would have different moves to offer. Pikkon also would have been a really good idea. He's a very unique character who was extremely popular given how little he was actually in Dragon Ball Z. Don't necessarily want to see Zarbon or Dodoria, but I do hear a lot of people asking for Zarbon, so I guess, give them what they want. Or the people asking for Raditz, you can have some goofy weak guy talking about Triple Sunday and Double Tuesday and Double December the 25th, Christmas, man, Triple New Year's, or whatever his moves are called. I don't really care about Raditz, but if somebody else wants him, good for them. Personally, I think the third character needs to be, and this is going to be a wild card, so hear me out. Either Yajirobe or Hercule. No, Hercule does not fly. But in several other games, Hercule has been shown to use little rocket packs and things like that. He could be a rushdown character like Videl, because if you recall, no, he was not able to hurt Cell in the show. However, what we know about Hercule is that compared to other humans, he is actually not weak. The reason his power levels, which don't matter in Dragon Ball as we've all learned, but the reason his power levels have been so low is because he was never trained to use Ki. If you actually trained him to use that stuff, his power level will be significant because he is the strongest physically normal human in Dragon Ball that doesn't know how to use Ki. Now, the thing is, Roshi even has gone on record as saying he would have taught him, but he was mad that he took the credit for killing Cell. Guess he wasn't a fan of the dynamite kick. Okay, so the other option, the reason I said Yajirobe, a lot of people keep failing to realize that Dragon Ball FighterZ is made by the same development team as Guilty Gear, which means they know how to use a character and develop a character that does not use projectiles, as you saw by looking at Videl. Then you get someone like Yajirobe, who is a non-projectile sword fighter, and who does that remind you of? Bet dollars to donuts you're thinking of Baiken from Guilty Gear Xrd. You would be right. He could play a lot like that, with a level 3 where he kind of does the thing he did to Symbol in Dragon Ball, where he dashes forward, does some quick stepping, and kind of does like an Iato slice where he just comes in and goes and slices someone in half. If he does something like that as a level 3 super, that could make understandable damage. And before people say, oh, a sword wouldn't hurt Goku like that, oh, a sword wouldn't hurt Vegeta, we're talking about a guy whose sword cut through Vegeta's tail and cut it off when he was in his giant ape form. So yeah, I think his sword would hurt them. And about him being tough enough to take hits, Vegeta, a Saiyan with Saiyan strength, punched him to the point where he flew through a rock, and then he got up and pounded him some more. He did not die instantly. So that alone is something to be considered. And at that early stage when he was introduced in Dragon Ball, when Goku was still a kid, they were actually equal in strength. So I don't know. feel like people kind of overlook him a lot. Now, there is a third option for the third character that I think we should consider because it's a fighting game. At the end of the day, fighting games with bonus characters and DLC, one of the best things a company can do that a lot of people seem to forget about is surprise characters. And the thing is, a game always gets a little more exciting when there's a character added to it that you don't expect. Like, people love Marvel vs. Capcom 3. How much better was it when you found out you were getting a surprise character that you didn't expect? When you found out you were getting Rocket Raccoon and Phoenix Wright as playable characters in Ultimate. Right. So what I think they should do for the third character, if they're not going to pick one of those two, is they should add either Pan from Dragon Ball GT. I don't think I really need to go into detail explaining why that one would work. Or if not her, then definitely Bulma in a red ribbon capsule suit. You know, or Capsule Corp suit. You know those mech suits that she used to, the one she had on Planet and on Namek. She's hopping around, going on adventures, running away from giant killer crab creatures. I'm pretty sure she could punch somebody with that thing if she needed to, and it would give Arc Systems a chance to do something a little more creative or different with the move list because it's not an established character. Bulma's not a fighter. So they could kind of play around with it a little and just kind of do whatever they want. Either way, I'm just kind of waiting to get some news just like the rest of the world. We need to know what the other three characters are. I'm not committing to any more DLC purchases for that game until I know what's coming. Anyway, if you like this video, share, subscribe, like. You know the drill. And I welcome all comments because I like to hear feedback from the viewers. If you like my ideas or you have something to say about them, we can maybe even have a little dialogue going back and forth. All right. Y'all take care out there in this COVID-19 world. God bless, and I'll see you later.